Did you know that not all Asian countries have the same chances when it comes to U.S. citizenship? In 2026, some countries have clearer pathways, higher approval rates, and smoother transitions from a green card to becoming a U.S. citizen. In this video, we reveal the 7 Asian countries where you have a real advantage, legal, proven, and realistic. So if your dream is an American passport, don't skip this video, because your country might be on this list. Number 7. Thailand. Thailand is one of the Asian countries with a clean and reliable immigration profile when it comes to the United States. Thai nationals have a relatively low visa violation and overstay rate, which gives them a higher level of trust from U.S. immigration authorities. Many Thais enter the U.S. legally as students, skilled professionals, or through family-based sponsorship, creating a strong foundation for long-term residency. Once a Thai immigrant becomes a U.S. permanent resident, the path toward naturalization is often smooth and predictable. There are fewer red flags during background checks, and immigration cases rarely face serious complications. Because of this, the transition from a green card to U.S. citizenship tends to be more straightforward compared to applicants from higher-risk countries. Most importantly, Thailand maintains stable diplomatic relations with the United States. This helps ensure consistent visa policies and fair treatment of applicants. As long as all legal requirements are met and immigration records remain clean, many Thai permanent residents successfully move forward to become U.S. citizens. It may not be fast, but it is realistic and achievable. Oh wait, before we continue, we'd love to hear from you. Do you agree with these issues? What's your opinion on this topic? Drop a comment below and tell us what you think. And don't forget to include where you're from, so we can see how far this video has reached. Number 6. Indonesia. Indonesia has become one of the Asian countries with a steadily improving reputation in the U.S. immigration system. Over the years, approval rates for work-based and family-sponsored visas have gradually increased, especially for applicants entering the United States legally through healthcare, engineering, education, and other skilled professions. This creates a strong and legitimate foundation for Indonesians seeking long-term residence in America. One major reason Indonesia stands out is its low visa overstay and immigration violation rate. Compared to higher-risk countries, Indonesian nationals generally comply with U.S. immigration laws, which builds trust with U.S. authorities. Because of this clean migration profile, applications from Indonesia tend to face fewer red flags, fewer delays, and less scrutiny during background checks and status adjustments. In addition to employment pathways, many Indonesians also enter the U.S. through family reunification, religious worker visas, and humanitarian programs. These legal channels often lead to permanent residency, especially for those who establish stable lives, careers, and community ties in the United States. Strong Indonesian American communities also provide support that helps new immigrants adapt and remain compliant with U.S. laws. Once an Indonesian immigrant becomes a U.S. permanent resident, the journey towards citizenship becomes far more structured and predictable. With a clean record, continuous residency, and fulfillment of legal requirements, naturalization is usually a smooth process. While it may not be fast, Indonesia remains one of the Asian countries where the pathway to U.S. citizenship in 2026 is realistic, legal, and achievable for those who follow the proper steps. Number 5. Nepal. Nepal stands out as one of the Asian countries with a consistently high U.S. naturalization success rate, particularly among immigrants who enter the United States through family reunification and humanitarian-based programs. Many Nepali nationals arrive legally and focus early on building stable lives through employment, education, and strong family ties. This early stability plays a major role in creating a clear and realistic pathway toward long-term residency in the U.S. A key strength of Nepali immigrants is their strong compliance with U.S. immigration laws. Compared to applicants from higher-risk regions, Nepali nationals have relatively low rates of visa overstays and immigration violations. Because of this clean immigration profile, U.S. authorities often view applications from Nepal as lower risk, leading to fewer delays, smoother background checks, and less scrutiny during status adjustments. Another major factor is the presence of well-established Nepali American communities across several U.S. states. These communities provide critical support systems, including job opportunities, housing assistance, and legal guidance, which help new immigrants remain compliant and financially stable. Community support also increases long-term residency success, making it easier for immigrants to meet naturalization requirements. Once a Nepali immigrant secures U.S. permanent resident status, the journey toward citizenship becomes far more structured and predictable. As long as residency requirements are met, records remain clean, and all legal obligations are fulfilled, naturalization usually proceeds without major obstacles. While the process may take time, Nepal remains one of the Asian countries where obtaining U.S. citizenship in 2026 is realistic, lawful, and achievable for those who follow the proper path. If you're enjoying this video, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe, and click the notification bell so you won't miss any of our future uploads. Also, we'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment below and let us know what you think about this topic. We're all ears. Number 4. Malaysia. Malaysia is one of the Asian countries considered high trust within the U.S. immigration system. Many Malaysians enter the United States legally through student visas, skilled work visas, and professional pathways, especially in industries like engineering, IT, healthcare, and finance. Because their entry is legal and structured, they establish a strong foundation for long-term residency, which is the first step toward becoming a U.S. citizen. One of the biggest advantages of Malaysian immigrants is their low violation history and overstay rate. Applicants from Malaysia are known for their compliance with U.S. immigration laws, which increases trust from authorities. As a result, there are fewer red flags, smoother background checks, and a more straightforward process from temporary status to permanent residency compared to higher-risk countries. Malaysia's reputation as a compliant and reliable nation greatly supports a faster transition. In addition to employment and education pathways, some Malaysians also enter the U.S. through family sponsorship or humanitarian programs. Once a Malaysian becomes a permanent resident, the path to U.S. citizenship becomes far more predictable. The combination of a clean immigration record, stable employment, and strong community integration makes naturalization a smoother process. While it may not be instant, in 2026, U.S. citizenship remains realistic, legal, and achievable for Malaysians who follow the proper steps. Number 3. India. Although India is known for having a backlog in the U.S. immigration system, it remains one of the countries with the most structured and predictable pathway toward U.S. citizenship. Many Indian nationals enter the United States through work-based visas, particularly the H-1B program, which is popular in IT, engineering, healthcare, and other specialized professions. Because the process is legal and well-defined, these immigrants establish a strong foundation for long-term residency, the first step toward becoming a U.S. citizen. One of the biggest advantages of Indian immigrants is their determination, discipline, and legal compliance. Despite long waiting periods and multiple requirements, they carefully follow each step, from visa application to employment sponsorship, and eventually, adjustment of status. Thanks to their clean record and legal entry, Indians have a higher success rate in obtaining permanent residency, and their path to naturalization is far more predictable compared to higher-risk countries. Beyond employment pathways, many Indians also enter the U.S. through family sponsorship, student programs, and educational routes. The combination of a clean immigration record, stable employment, smooth integration into local communities, and strong support from Indian American networks makes the naturalization process much more attainable. While it may take time, in 2026, U.S. citizenship remains legal, realistic, and achievable for Indians who follow the proper steps and enter through legitimate means. Number 2. South Korea. South Korea is one of the most trusted Asian countries in the eyes of the U.S. immigration system. Many South Koreans enter the United States through employment-based visas, family sponsorship, and long-term residency programs. Because their entry is legal and well-structured, they establish a strong foundation for continuous residency and eventual naturalization. Having a clear and organized legal pathway helps them adjust faster and increases their chances of becoming permanent residents. One of the biggest advantages of Korean immigrants is their low visa abuse and overstay record. Due to South Korea's reputation as a compliant, high-trust country, the transition from permanent residency to U.S. citizenship tends to be faster and smoother. There are fewer red flags in applications, more predictable background checks, and higher approval rates. As a result, many Koreans reach the naturalization stage without major complications, creating a clear path toward citizenship. In addition to employment and family pathways, many Koreans also enter the U.S. as students, skilled professionals, and researchers, particularly in tech, healthcare, and science fields. The combination of stable employment, a clean immigration record, and strong support from Korean American communities makes the naturalization process much more predictable and attainable. It's no surprise that so many Korean Americans quickly and successfully become U.S. citizens, proving that in 2026, there is a clear, legal, and achievable pathway to U.S. citizenship for South Koreans. Number 1. Philippines. The Philippines has the strongest and most structured pathway to U.S. citizenship in all of Asia. Many Filipinos enter the United States legally through family-sponsored visas, employment opportunities, and student programs, providing a solid foundation for long-term residency. Because their entry is legal and well-organized, the chances of continuous residency and eventual naturalization are much higher. This is why so many Filipinos achieve permanent resident status with minimal complications, making their path to citizenship more predictable. One of the greatest advantages of Filipino immigrants is the presence of large and supportive Filipino-American communities in virtually every U.S. state. These communities offer assistance with employment, housing, education, and legal guidance, helping new immigrants establish stability and remain compliant with U.S. immigration laws. With such extensive support networks, navigating the process from permanent residency to naturalization becomes significantly easier, providing both confidence and security to newcomers. In addition to family-based and employment pathways, Filipinos also benefit from a high naturalization rate. Once they achieve legal permanent resident status, the process toward U.S. citizenship is often smooth and predictable. The combination of a clean immigration record, stable employment, integration into local communities, and strong support from Filipino-American networks becomes the key to a successful naturalization journey. While it may take time, in 2026, U.S. citizenship remains realistic, legal, and achievable for Filipinos who follow the proper process, explaining why so many Filipino Americans quickly and successfully become U.S. citizens. And that wraps up our countdown of the 7 Asian countries that make it easiest to get U.S. citizenship in 2026. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the notification bell. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next exciting countdown.